Alright, what is up, everyone? Hold on. I don't know why did they. Alright, I need. Alright, what is up, everyone? Adam here. Today wasn't any better, but I have some news. It's big. If you're on Twitter, it's related to Trump and the violence on Capitol Hill. Hold on. Even though there isn't no. Hold on, I just need to edit this video. Hold on. Alright, guys, I'm back. I'm just trying to edit this video. So yes, as you read in the title, and you're probably going to say, "Oh wait, really?" Or if some, according to this, I was at an article. Okay, so this is an article from CNN Business, and yes, and I did make a post. So it was about an hour, I think, almost an hour ago. Twitter has permanently banned Trump's account for good. So I'm reading this article from CNN. So here's what they said. Twitter has suspended President Trump from its platform. The company said on Friday evening, closing recently real Donald Trump's account. Contact around have permanently suspended for the risk of escalating the violence. So yeah, of course they had banned him for 12 hours and they got him and he got it back yesterday. But they just suspended. And there are leaders. I know I mean, even though I kind of did set world leaders. There are some leaders right now. If you don't know, just check on Twitter. I showed you a community post. So yeah, his account got. I know. There's some leaders. Oh, hold on. My mom's calling. Never mind. But anyways, let's go back. Anyway, so yeah. So there's some leaders. Oh yeah, I see some on Twitter, even though I don't post there. So yeah, so they're saying, in some tweets. Oh, oh, look at this news from ABC New York Eyewitness News. Let me see. It says Eyewitness News said hashtag breaking. Twitter said it's banning President Trump from its platform, causing risk of further. Yes, I guess we'll react to more tweets. And there's some leaders that are calling him out. There's some said that he should. Some of them are demanding him to resign. Some of them are calling for a recall against him and a second impeachment. Like, even though he only has 12 days in office, more than so this from a tweet from the NPR. More than half of Democrats have signed the article of impeachment against Trump, with the fact that tells could vote them next. So they're saying, even though I don't know as much, and there's an update about the Washington riots. A fifth person had died. He was a law enforcement, but I forgot. They did mention his name, but I forgot. I mean, I think it's Brian. I don't know. So yeah, people have trying. I know some of you guys may be happy. Some of you guys may be upset. For me, I'm just shocked. Oh, there's, so I'm trying to look for a video. Hold on. Oh, come on. Hold on. After what happened on Wednesday was. Uh, Look at this. This is from 33 minutes from ABC News America. Yep. Yeah, it's because of the recent. Oh my. It's okay. I don't know. Hold up. There may some said that there may be events that may be happening this weekend. About 6,500 members of the National Guard have been called up to DC. And so far, not only 5 people have died, 81 people have been arrested right now. So they found some man who got away with it. Yeah, and they only have barely arrested 80 people, and there was like maybe 700. Hundreds of people broke in. And it's kind of an unfair comparison compared to the summer riots that occurred last year. Technically, it started in the spring at the end. Yeah. Like, Jesus. I don't know what else to say. The Asher Bad is the woman who got caught on camera, who was shot by Capitol Police, and another Capitol Police have died. And I'm not sure if it's the same person who at the riots. Like, Jesus, just imagine. Especially, this pandemic continues to rage. I have some bad news, even though these numbers may not act. But still, I just need to explain this. While 5 people have died, now, yesterday, on Thursday, over 4,000 Americans have lost their lives. In New York, almost 200. Yesterday, over 4,000. That is more than 9/11 or what's happening in Iraq or Afghanistan right now. That is almost the exact same, even though I'm not sure if not Australia, China, telling the truth. But they're saying that America, the United States, is on a breaking point, especially Southern California is the epicenter. And they're trying to they can't store, they're trying to find a way to store bodies. They're trying to probably use the same tactics as what happened in El Paso during the El Paso spike 2 months ago, 3 months ago, where they had to do this with the whole thing. Before LA spiked, El Paso spiked. Yes. And it just let Yes, a lot of national men have been called up this weekend. Like, it's been sad, especially with a failed response. I know, right? Yeah, that's been very. Like, who are these groups? I know we never get a break. No, we never get a break from all of this. This is one of our darkest days since this happened before racial hatred. He hasn't taken racial hatred too seriously. After what happened on August 3rd with the El Paso mass shooting and the George Floyd killing in Minneapolis by white supremacy, and then what happened in Charlotte in 2017, and another Charlotte in 2016 by police, like the election. I think that happened. I don't. Yes, and this is why. And there's some people. Donald Trump is is currently made is currently maybe facing maybe become the first president to be impeached twice. So yes, they did call an impeachment in November, December of 2019. It was going good till January. Things began to turn the corner during the evil months that were about to come of our life will change. Even though this virus was small, by the beginning of February, it was over and we survived. And that's true. Benjamin Netanyahu, his Trump's ally, survived his corruption trial. And now they're supposed to have a corruption trial that has been canceled due to the pandemic. People think the pandemic just had an excuse. I know you have that another clown. Yes, Netanyahu. And yes, oh yeah, he did post it on Twitter before his account got suspended. He said, "Yes, to all of you as asked, I will not be going to our nation on January 20th. Yes, he won't be there. And yes, he's joining a few this. So if you're asking what other presidents haven't hold the inauguration, according to ABC, there were three other presidents: John Adams, 1802, I think. John Quincy Adams, his son of John Adams, and I forgot. I think it's the 10th U.S. president. I forgot what's that. And now Trump maybe is now not be he's saying that he's leaving the White House, and now he's finally conceding after what he said. He said that he will not concede. Like after this, and yes, some of them are blaming it on Antifa. There's no evidence. Yes, continues to do the blaming game. He said he claims that he's a victor. He said that he took it seriously. Yeah, well, not like compared to Black Lives Matter, the police was already in riot gear. There's some protesters that were protesting peacefully, and some of them didn't do anything wrong, and they all got arrested. Yeah, and that much arrest. And then there's some videos that were on police let let them in. They just opened the barricade to let their Trump supporters in. If it was the BLM, they would have been shot. Shot. Yeah. Some of them are turning on the police after what happened. Like what came unprepared after this violent mob? This 2021 actually, 2021 is already sucking more than last year's this January is even worse than last January. Life was still normal, but not for long. January, we still have freedom, but still in school online and all of that. School had came in, that's true. The Australian wildfires, the tensions, the impeachment, those were going on last year. And now, even though he has to, I'm just waiting till the 20th of January. I just want January 20th here. We'll do a live stream anyway. We'll do a live stream. There's a video. Well, before I play this, I'm just gonna listen to you. Neither I am, yeah. Yes, that's what happened. Wednesday was nothing but yes. Hate attacked our country once again. Just like on August 3rd, 2019, May 25th, 2020, and now, and this, they're just nothing but, even though I probably, they're just nothing but idiots. People who don't have no education, no life. And then, yes, you have the anti-maskers, and yes, they're kind of part of it. Karens and all of them. And yes, who also despite hers, yeah, because they're kind of out of control. Full of racism, like, come on. Personally, I kind of like Trump. Well, that's probably hated me more than what happened. In recent Trump has never gotten worse. He did a pretty bad job with the handling of the pandemic, immigration, the mass shootings, and unrest in this. Yes, he probably did a bad job. The only thing that I liked, probably don't even have one. I didn't know what to call it. Yeah. If anyone's asking, what about Mike Pence? Even though I'm actually kind of neutral to Mike Pence, even though they're asking Mike Pence to use the 25th Amendment. But anyways, let's react to this video from We Read Job, nothing. No thanks. I mean, well, but anyways, let's watch this video. If it is even a video. Come on. Full screen. Hopefully, I hope it's not just. Oh, I'm just going because I'm tired of him. Oh my god, it's just like so much. I've been watching TYT, the Young Turks. I just can't wait for January 20th. Oh, sorry.
Now, the president's Twitter account has been suspended. If you can see this on screen right now, the president's Twitter account has been suspended. And all you can see if you go to @RealDonaldTrump at the moment, it says account suspended. Everything has been sort of wiped off of the social media platform. Twitter has also released a statement just in the last several minutes about this, and I could just read this to you. It says, after close review of recent tweets from the @RealDonaldTrump account and the context around them, we have permanently suspended the account due to the risk of further incitement of violence. That is from the Twitter Safety Department at the Twitter social media platform. Wolf, this is obviously an extraordinary development because, as you know, one of the defining aspects of the Trump presidency has been his use of his Twitter account. He has fired people by Twitter. He has announced policy changes by Twitter. He's announced. pardons by Twitter, and he has incited violence on Twitter, as we know. We saw this leading up to the events on January 6th, and Twitter is saying because of the president's potential to further incite violence, they are shutting down his account. Now, obviously, Twitter has come under a great deal of scrutiny, a lot of pressure from social media safety advocates in recent weeks, saying that the social media platform hasn't gone far enough. In recent days, we saw they took down some of the president's tweets, and prior to that, they had been labeling the president's tweets in the run-up to January 6th, pointing out when he would say false things about the election results and so on. But this is a dramatic development, Wolf, no question about it. Suspending permanently the social media platform says the president's Twitter account. Now, one has to wonder, Wolf, what this will do to the president's state of mind. We know he's been unstable. We're hearing from our sources that he has lost it and so on in recent days. What does this do to the president now that he no longer has access to this Twitter account, which he talks about all the time as a way of going around the media and so on? He doesn't have that.
Well, wait, is it possible that he can make a second account, a new account? Can they let him? If they do, he's still gonna do like this behavior. And yes, and by the way, all of his 88 million followers, gone. They're all gone. All 88.5 million followers, or no, 0.7 million, they're all gone. Yep, he permanently got banned or terminated. Yes. Some people are happy about it, but there's some people that are mad about it. There's some people that probably don't care. Like, this is just... This is why we can't see a peak of, like, kindness.
That anymore, at least not for the time being, and it makes you wonder, covering this president, knowing how unstable things have been in recent days, whether or not this pushes the president further to the edge as impeachment is being contemplated, the 25th Amendment is being contemplated, and so on. He can't vent on Twitter. One of the things we've noticed over the weekends covering this president, he won't be doing the work of the American people. He'll be tweeting his grievances and so on. He can't do that, it seems, this weekend during a critical time, the end days of his presidency. Wolf.
Oh, is that it? Yeah. Oh, come on. Yes. Look at... Yes, I'm gonna have to agree. I probably don't watch CNN as much. I probably don't hate him as much as CNN. Even Fox News is reacting and they're going crazy and the fans are crazy. Especially last year in September, there was a big protest in San Francisco. There was a lot of idiots that were in San Francisco.
So why now? What brought you and your fellow Google employees to decide that now was the time to...
No. It's just so... I wonder how
So why now? What brought you and your fellow Google employees to decide that now was the time?
I don't want no videos play. Please, look at that. As you see, already 39 views, 24 minutes. Yeah. What if he tries to come in on Melania, his wife's account? What if they try to do that? To anyone who's asking if Joe Biden still has an account on Twitter, of course he does. Oh, he made one tweet in the last before, in the last hour, 19 minutes ago. This is what he said. If you don't believe me. So this is what he said. Oh, come on, no. He said my organization will get the right to disturb emergency. Our forces will be on small business Main Street, not those. Look like he has a video.
Our focus will be on small businesses on Main Street that aren't wealthy and well connected. They're facing real economic hardships through no fault of their own. Our priority will be Black, Latino, Asian, and Native American-owned small businesses, women-owned businesses, and finally having equal access to resources needed to reopen and rebuild. But we're going to make a concerted effort to help small businesses in low-income communities, in big cities, small towns, rural communities that have faced systemic barriers to relief. Think of the mom-and-pop owner with a couple of employees who can't pick up the phone and call the banker, who doesn't have a lawyer, an accountant, to help them through this complicated process, to know if they're even qualified, or who simply didn't know where this relief is available in the first place. We went through this, Don, when we brought Detroit back on the skis. And as we saw in this morning's job report, restaurants, bars, and hospitality industry have been slammed by this virus. We're going to direct relief to those businesses and others that have been so badly hit the hardest. We owe them that support to help them get through the other side of this crisis.
And that was from I see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Surprised Texas governor isn't actually talking about what's going on in Washington. And to be honest, I think the Republican Party is now dead. I think some Trump supporters are now backstabbing the Republican Party. They're trying to make their own party called, of course, it stands for MAGA, of course. MAGA, yeah. Oh my god, I feel like it's going to be a joke. Oh yes, it's Make America Great Again. For sure. I don't know. They promised. They probably don't even. Some said they probably don't even. Their own supporters. They probably care about themselves only. Yes, it's been horror. Even though he can't. Yes, on January 20th we'll be live streaming. I just want that day to be here, right now. I wonder to see what will happen next week or two, but we need to be prepared. Because some said that Trump supporters may even try to raid the White House during the Iran or cause more violence on Biden's Iran nation. And this sucks. Hello there, you already yeah. These people are on January 20th. Even though after he called oh god. I just hope they keep losing power right now. I'm trying to look something. Oh. House Speaker Nancy. Yep. Oh, wait, what? Wait, where is that? New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo has made a tweet about 4 hours ago. 2 tweets actually. It's called "We are working with in the incoming Biden administration that's federal government that's inventing," because he's very upset with the government because you know what happened in March, April. And like, yeah, he's very upset with the president because they were ambushed in March, April. Simply much they were neck would be ready. That would take us to the 16th. But also, guess what? He's still saying wear masks, social distancing, so on. Yep, he's still. Yep. So 5 hours ago, he made a tweet called "I called on President Trump to resign. If he refused, I call for an impeachment." That's what he said. Wow, because he's very pissed off after what happened in April, like I said, with the virus, which killed like 20,000, almost 1 month. Yep. I have to agree, there's no doubt. Like, he's out of control. His behavior is out of control. Like, and we're already in 2021, and it sucks. We're barely 1 week, and it sucks. I hate 2021. It's already sucking more than 2020. Some sort of. It won't be back there anyway. The state is now reaching almost 200 a day. Oh my god, just look at it. Hold on. Today was a rough day. Still, not to go school online and all of this.
The National Cabinet has also agreed to
Oh, yes, Sky News and RT. Sky News in Russia Today. Or should I say British and Russian news network posted Donald Trump. Sky News said Donald Trump said he won't be going to the Joe Biden inauguration on January 20th. Russia Today said Iran won't be getting the vaccine from all places. Blah blah. You know, it's free. Special on Russia Today by Sky. Even though it's it's kind of fun that the media doesn't call. It's kind of fun that Fox News, the far right calls it. They call it protesters, rioters during last summer, but this one they're now being calmer. See it on ABC, CNN, MSNBC, Today, NBC, even today. And CBS, they're calling them rioters for okay. Let me find that New York news broadcast. Please, this here should end. Oh yes, and yes, some of the videos got age restricted. But here's the problem. Donald Trump has a YouTube account, I think. Where's that video? Investigation. Okay, it's this video. See how many this.
We saw their faces.
These are a bunch of thugs. Thugs. And they're terrorists, domestic terrorists.
And now we are learning their names as the feds are rounding up pro-Trump rioters.
Yeah, exactly. No, that.
The investigation sweeping from coast to coast.
What we can expect is local law enforcement, in addition to the federal government, working together and looking at various technologies to see who was actually there.
The feds say Lonnie Kaufman of Alabama brought 11 Molotov cocktails and 2 weapons to Capitol Hill. Kaufman is one of 13 people charged so far in federal court for crimes related to Wednesday's violence.
Insurrectionists, white supremacists, anti-Semites.
After kicking up his feet on the desk of Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Richard Barnett is now in FBI custody. This is video of Barnett turning himself in. The feds also busted West Virginia lawmaker Derek Evans after he posted to social media in the midst of the mob.
They're going to be looking at social media pages to see if they can identify the culprits who actually led the attack on our Capitol.
President-elect Joe Biden called for a thorough investigation into the security breakdown. He wants to know, did rioters have help from the inside? And was there a deliberate slowdown of the response?
Was the governor of Maryland correct when he said that I was ready to send in the National Guard? I couldn't get authorization. What happened?
Even though you guys have nearby Baltimore, right? Which is 30 minutes north, right?
I found this on.
Not you, see. Maryland's largest.
Also tonight, an American hero is remembered. U.S. Capitol Officer Brian Sicknick died from injuries he sustained in Wednesday's riots. Sicknick was a New Jersey native. His family says he always dreamed of being a police officer.
Oh, like them. It's kind of sad. And yes, he was the 5th person who died. It sucks. It sucks nowadays. They're hypocrites. Like, I know, right? It's kind of funny that Hong Kong. You guys remember the Hong Kong protest back in June of 2019, even though it kind of slowed down earlier this year? So the Hong Kong protest is maybe kind of dead. They are demanding democracy. But look at this! The U.S. can't even zone. After not just the unrest and mass shootings years before. Yes, it's hold on.
In fact, becoming a U.S.
And yes, they're kind of demanding democracy, even though hopefully Hong Kong. Even China's trying to compare it to the Capitol riots. To the Hong Kong democracy protest. No. Only 51 views in just a year. Just so hard to believe. Hope I'll never. Yeah, they're trying to compare. You even made a mess, that's true. And yes, there was a protest in San Francisco calling him to resign. The removal against him. And now they're asking her. Yes, there's a small one in New York City. Yeah, especially 4,000 people dying now. We have reached the 4,000 mark. But we're not yet at the peak. The peak is actually worse yet to come. This country just went through a rough time. An anti-rally in Brooklyn. Let's see how much. Yeah, 22 election must be there.
Shea Better Body Care by EOS.
I hope so.
Anti-Trump protesters gathered at the Barclays Center Thursday night, calling for the removal of President Trump in response to the riots that took place in the Capitol.
They need to respond. That it's been so many years of let it go, let it go.
I know, Capitol Hill. I wonder why Capitol Police have failed to react to all of this. They did think compared to stabbing Summer. I know, right? We still have to worry about January 20th. Because the mob can come back. They might even bring more, they said.
Turn the other cheek, and when you don't act, it escalates.
New York City Public Advocate Jumaane Williams also attended. He's among those calling for the president to be removed by impeachment or by the 25th Amendment.
This is an opportunity to be clear about the disparities in this country.
He's praising the first and second pandemic, but he probably doesn't like the 25th because of you know what. Because he could lose power, and he might possibly lose his freedom. I'm not just so yes, because they can investigate. And they say, yes, he may lose his freedom, but not all the way. Maybe like a year, 2, 3, or 5 years. That happened to former French president. I forgot what. That was from 2000. He was charged. I forgot. Oh, corruption. And yes, insane Dan Benjamin Netanyahu, he has his own election in March. Even though Donald Trump helped him to make peace with the Middle East. I know, as recently Qatar and Saudi Arabia have been talking. Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's prime minister, has also survived many elections, survived the corruption. But this is maybe the beginning of the end, since Trump won't back him up anymore. Even though he said he's ready for Biden, Israel's prime minister. And yeah, they were holding Israeli flags as well. We'll check on ILTV and I-24.
What happened, who this president is, and his legacy of this presidency.
Multiple NYPD officers standing guard ahead of the event.
What started as just a couple dozen people at the Barclays Center quickly grew to hundreds that after gathering at the Barclays Center took to Flatbush Avenue and started marching down the streets.
They chanted, held signs, and reacted to one of our nation's darkest days.
I think lawmakers, many of them, should take responsibility for this insurrection as being partly due to incitement from Congress.
It's really troubling that the president is agitating for extreme right-wing mobs to attack the nation's capital.
Wow. Yeah, Trump supporters have been, yes, like I said, they were also they are now turning on at their own party, their own Congress, and at their own police department. The special lab in Salem, in Portland, in New Year's Eve. Hey, come on, I know, right? Yep, 6 dislikes. Like, come on. Wanna tell them? Even though if I try watch transferring for the morning, they probably would still bring up the riots because of the charges.
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack.
That's true. This was his second video when he came back on Twitter. He said, "Oh, wow." So he said you gotta have peace. And this is his second video. Even Global Nash at Actual Chaos, and they always say disturbing content. Yes, they were pipe bombs, like, wow.
I would like to begin by addressing I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building.
But you acted too late. Compared to the BLM, you did, but you slowed down. So Facebook, maybe possibly be banned. You know, Trump can possibly come back.
And expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. We have just been through an intense election and emotions are high. But now tempers must be cooled and calm restored. We must get on with the business of America. My campaign vigorously pursued every legal avenue to contest the election results. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote, ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless transition.
That sure did mention everything. Didn't mention probably Biden's name. Probably so upset. He'll say fine. I hope he isn't planning any. People are upset right now. Oh my God, Trump protest. Gee, would. Yes, just imagine if it was the BLM who are trying to sworn in the Capitol, they would have been shot already. Probably be dead. There would be more protesters dead. There will be more law enforcement. Trump tries to crack down, but it kind of made things actually worse. Like, I know, this is why. This one. Oh, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. I see that Spain had a winter storm. I'm not sure in France. I see. France. Yeah, I know, right? It's January 8th. I just want the moments. Yeah, this is where the. Look at this. They ask for the impeachment. Come on. What? There isn't anything else. Well, to be honest, yeah, I think he kind of deserves it. It's because of his behavior right now. The behaviors are out of control. Yes, look at this. So yeah, you can find this on the Young Turks or the TY. How do you subscribe? It's because I'm getting full. Even our vice president declares Mike Pence as a winner. To be honest, I'm actually neutral to Mike Pence anyways. You know, I hope he leads our country. I mean, he will be active president. Yep, Joe Biden here. And like he tried it for over 50 times and no voter fraud at all. No evidence. Not a single one. Not even one piece of vote. Not even one. Yes, they're upset just because they're being the least that they want. Like, they can't handle being lost. I just hope this year comes. Oh wait, I forgot that the year just barely started. I complained at 2020, and I did kind of complain a little bit 2019. This year should be over. How's all the beginning? Now we have to go through another hellhole year.
I'm Nina Turner, and I am running.
Oh yeah, and by the way, the Georgia Senate, Randolph. Georgia, where that I forgot one, but it's the Democrats. Yup, I think people are now becoming more Democrats. And they're trying to migrate to another apps. Like, yeah, they're still kind of like
the U.S. Congress, and I'm asking you to make a donation to help.
Pretty much everybody agrees that something has to be done about Donald Trump, but what? What can they actually do in time? I mean, he's only going to be president for a little bit less.
For less than 2 weeks.
So a lot of progressive.
Or dislikes, and I bet they're from Trump supporters. Just dislike them. It's good. There are people that love this channel, but there's a lot of people that hated it. They do go live once in a while.
Pretty much everybody agrees that something has to be done about Donald Trump, but what? What can they actually do in time? I mean, he's only going to be president for a little bit less than 2 weeks, so there are a few different theories, a few different potential paths forward. We're going to break them down, starting with the one that's getting the most time and attention spent on it, which is impeachment. Virtually immediately after the events of Wednesday, multiple representatives and senators were pushing for it.
True, some of them resigned. Including, I think, the police chief Capitol Hill resigned. And I don't know how does Trump and his family, I'm not sure what the son of Don, would say about this. I don't know. And then I don't know how Melania feels like. Are they going to get a divorce? I'm just saying. How did I even got here from 2018? During the best time of my life. It was its peak. And we never got back. We never even tried.
We now know, according to Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, that Congress will be introducing articles of impeachment on Monday. She says, yesterday our squad urged House leadership to move quickly to impeach this president. Unfortunately, our country does not have the luxury of time. Well, it apparently has the luxury of at least a little bit of time, because although Representative Ocasio-Cortez, as well as many others, would have probably been perfectly happy to start moving on this Thursday or today, House leadership is not going to do that. And so we've got several days until this actually happens. But we do know, at the very least, that the latest draft of the impeachment resolution includes just one article of impeachment for incitement of insurrection. And the full draft is available out there if you do want to watch it. But so far, they're apparently going to be moving on this on Monday. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's obviously too late. I don't know if it's
I thought
it's a good idea because it calls attention to the failed impeachment, and done. You're basically saying, look, we screwed it up and we allowed him to stay. And a lot of Republicans are saying, I had no idea he was that bad, which I don't know what planet they've been on. But now do you call attention to the fact like, oh, we're going to impeach him with well over a week to go? We're badasses, right? So what is this? So that the next election cycle they can say they...
Yeah, and all of the Trump concedes.
Donald Trump has addressed through a statement to the American people what happened yesterday in the Capitol. His supporters, right-wing extremists, of course, stormed the Capitol and then breached the Capitol building several times, led to a lot of violence, a lot of chaos, and he did condemn it, which we'll get to in just a minute. But the point here is that Donald Trump has finally officially conceded to Joe Biden in the general election. Let's hear what he had to say.
Continue to strongly believe that we must reform our election laws to verify the identity and eligibility of all voters and to ensure faith and confidence in all future elections. Now Congress has certified the results. A new administration will be inaugurated on January 20th. My focus now turns to ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless transition of power. This moment calls for healing and reconciliation. 2020 has been a challenge.
And just one. Yes, can't believe they allowed this. Oh, come on. Don't want to domestic terrorists. Even allowed here. Even if you search out Regiment at the Yahoo. Israel's lockdown. The reason why it probably went on lockdown is because to avoid trial for Netanyahu. Yeah, at least it's over. Therefore, you know, views have. Hold on. I have to charge my phone. Hold on. And I still have to take a shower. Well, just hope this year comes to an end. This week is about to come to an end. Thank God. Am I going to premiere a video? Not really. I'll try for that new strain. I don't even know what else to do. Life sucks. You know, it's still boring, even though all this happened. I have to charge my phone. Is that one of Italy's mayor? Oh no. Because of his rant, along with the nurses in France. No wonder why they keep recommending me. Italy's mayor.
Hello, I'm David Attenborough.
Wait, is that BBC?
I'm speaking to you from my home because, like many of you, I've spent much of the last year indoors, away from friends, family, and access. Il 27 dicembre è sempre.
I just can't believe Luca reacted to the Netanyahu's. Prime Minister. Yes, Rome is the capital. You know, I just can't believe I'm working for every day than what New Zealand would have done in all of last year. Or since the pandemic. Oh shoot, I got the wrong charger. Yep. I have a question. Do you think President Trump should get recalled, impeached, and resign? No, he is. I do need to charge my phone. Okay, there it is. Yeah, probably.
Come atto dimostrativo ho fatto anche io la prima dose di vaccino. Come atto dimostrativo ho fatto anche io la prima dose di vaccino.
I can't believe.
Ovviamente non manca mai in Italia qualcuno che trova il tempo e la voglia di fare sciacallaggio anche su un gesto che era semplicemente simbolico, per dare coraggio, per dare fiducia, soprattutto.
Come on. Come on. Come on. What is wrong with it? I just probably messed up. Sorry about this. I just hope. I just want the weekend here, but tomorrow's the weekend. Come on. Oh, come on.
Dare coraggio, per dare fiducia, soprattutto alle persone anziane.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau is Donald Trump is finished. And oh yes, Narendra Modi, Bolsonaro, and Benjamin Netanyahu, of course. What will they do? I wonder if both Trump and Netanyahu will go to jail. And what happened in recent days, both. Because he has his war crimes against Palestinians. Like, come on. But don't think this video is anti-American. I do like, it's just the behaviors from them.
Israel postponing the next hearing in the Prime Minister's corruption trial
I call Israel's Prime Minister, of course. Another crook that will get rejection. Yes, I know, right? There's so many. Benjamin Netanyahu. Donald Trump is here. Well, instead, just because they make Russia great again. Is Bolsonaro next? Or Benjamin Netanyahu? You know, Modi and Netanyahu and Benjamin Netanyahu has congratulated Biden and Harris. Well, Harris has Indian roots, so I hope she understands Hindu. Still, Bolsonaro, I don't think he ever congratulated. I never CNN Brazil has criticized him, and you know, far right in Brazil. What is wrong with Bolsonaro? Or well, not Bolsonaro, but like these other crooks. 10 months ago, he was in Florida, like with our leader. Despite the virus, they both downplay the threat, and this is why over 1,000 Brazilians are dying every day, 87,000 infected. Here in the U.S., 4,000 of us are dying. Bolsonaro has talked to his fan base too, even though he has 3 million subscribers. Brazil's president, but Donald Trump. I wonder how Bolsonaro's reacting to this. I don't even know what it is. In Guatemala, wow. Brazil's much different. Just like how because it's in Latin America. And you know America's divided. You have the US and Canada follow their thing. So you have nearby Latin America. Yeah. The fans is Texas. sure if he react. But Trump, I think, has a president account, and they can't really handle dislikes. Like, wow, just wow. Every time they see hate, they just disable the comments. Like, come on. That person can't handle hate. Especially Fox. Come on, sorry about that. It just caught me off. For no reason. Now they're saying I'm all... Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh, I don't want to have these behaviors. Jair Bolsonaro is a Brazilian Trump of South America. Look at this. Do you see that? Do you see him? Like, look at this. He's not even wearing a mask as the thumbnail. I was like, come on, Bolsonaro. I know. He believes in freedom. You know, Brazil's a democracy. I'm not sure if he even reacted to the violence. But I bet he hates CNN. Let's check out CNN Brazil. Look at this. No mask. No social distancing. That's true, we do. Like, come on. Yes, it does someone. Yeah. Even though he was diagnosed with the virus too in July. You know, that kept him downplaying. He doesn't care about 1,000. You know, this pandemic is worse than crime. 350,000. Well, Brazil's death toll now reached just 200,000. And America's death toll is almost double of that. Our death toll is nearing 380,000. And we'll reach 25 million. Or just hope. Jair Bolsonaro's heel. If you look at CNN Brazil, like and this channel was made last year. I was like, how can in less than 1 year they already got this much views? On the 17th of February. We're not sure if they got turned, because I think, look at this. They had a channel. The most, I'm not sure, I couldn't, you know, I don't speak Portuguese. Let's check it.
O presidente eleito dos Estados Unidos, Joe Biden, ele está montando um time.
Oh, wow, sorry.
Ele montou esse time com várias pessoas de destaque, tem ali umas posições procurando agradar a sua aquela ala, absolutamente situação normal. Agora, ele colocou um cidadão americano nascido na Colômbia, Juan González, como...
The UK to Portugal, I think. Oh, what the? Wrong with Portugal, I don't know what that can be.
If it feels like the pace of change...
Use live. See if anything. Wait, what? No! YouTube! Come on! No! The following contact has been identified by... Look at what they said. They said the following contact has been identified by you as inappropriate. Or... What is wrong with you, YouTube? Asia shit video based on community guidelines. Are you serious, YouTube? This is America. How is this America when you put age restrictions? That is not democracy. YouTube is still not allowing Trump. He's still not allowing their YouTube channel. Look at this. They still don't have their YouTube channel. Like, come on. It could. Oh well. Come on, YouTube. Don't go too hard on age restrictions. Not just yet. They go too early. I think I've done it. YouTube's crazy. Some viewers may like shots. It pisses me. If you got the regular CNN, 10 million people, or no, almost 12 million subscribers. It's because of the election, probably. They're already near 12 million. Killer, oh my god. Yes, it's me. I'm just happy, to be honest, let's check on Twitter. Hold on. Just because of in America. Oh, Bloomberg Quick Take has posted a video. Posted something. People are upset. They always get a lot of dislikes, right?
For the last 20 years?
Oh, okay. How many years is this? Oh, I'm talking about the Bloomberg Quick Take now. Look at this. Donald Trump has permanently banned. Look at this. He went from this to this. Yep, you lost it. It's because that's his own fault after what happened. And look at.
I will.
How concerned are you that President Trump has access to his Twitter account again, and presumably
Yes, a second one.
for the next 2 weeks when he is still in office?
I think it's the most dangerous time right now. I have seen it before when he was only a candidate and he attacked a young woman in Florida.
Wait, Redwood City, California. Oh my god. I knew it. A floor?
During his presidency, and now, in the past couple of months, I saw it again and read it and wrote open letters to Ellen Powell. And here we are, almost point to the close 2 weeks from inauguration, and I think if we do not take his Twitter account away, there will be much, much more.
It will get worse, right?
On the day of inauguration afterwards as well.
Now, you, going back a decade to 2010, when you were working at Twitter, you warned them about bringing politicians on the platform. What about their argument? The argument that they've made, to be fair, for 10 years,
Yes, there's been argument.
that world leaders, the public has a right to hear what they have to say, that they have a right to say what they want to say, that there is such a thing as free speech, and that,
But you also have hate speech.
Newsworthy, even if they're potentially false, if they are coming.
And false information, all of that. Like, false information needs to get out of there. Yeah. Yeah, I see. Hello there. Yeah, I know. It just sucks. Yeah, even though I probably will end the stream probably right here. Hey, yes, like, all of this after what happened. We live in 2 Americas, to be honest. Or possibly 3, because you have the Latin America. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. China. Into Hong Kong to what happened. Yes, Hong Kong wants democracy, and they think Trump helps. When they're the ones who are. And Trump is a hypocrite because he's supporting Ed Yorgis in Hong Kong and his own mob, which makes him a hypocrite, of course.
Charges in the New Year.
Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, yes. Oh, never mind. Oh. Yeah, I know. I wonder what people are talking. Oh, wait. I need to pull out Twitter. Look at this. Yep, he's calling him a resign. Oh, look at. So I found Donald Trump's Jr. His son account. So, alright. So this is what they said. I'll pull it off. I just need to read this. So we are living in 1984. Free speech no longer exists. It dies. The left. What's the left is on? Suspended. 72 hours. Lord, there's even I think Trump's niece. I forgot. I think they're men. I think this was an interview from Channel 4. This is wrong. Not who believes this. No, that's what he said. Yeah, this video will probably be age restricted or shield. Forbes. Wait, so the arts and numbers can have Twitter. Regimes can have Twitter accounts with no issues. Countries. Oh yes, I know what happened here. But the president should be. Wait. Yeah. There isn't anything else. I just don't know what else to say at this point. Any more questions? This stream is probably gonna end. Possibly. Oh man, on Twitter. These are the tweets for now. Heading the weekend with all these. That's true. Governor James, yeah, Larry Hogan, even Larry Hogan is criticizing him. Oh my god. What a terrible day is this. Even though that happened on Wednesday, but still, this day don't suck. It's been 2 days, and then you still have this week. But I probably won't even be talking about it this week. If they're ever gonna have protests this weekend, I probably won't. 2021, there so far is more lies than this year's. More lies. And then you have the relief bill. Yes, he's sending supporters to attack politicians for the claim. Madrid experienced a snowfall. I see. Oh yeah, you guys in Madrid, in España. So it's snowing right now in Madrid, they said. When I think of snow, I always think of ice cream. Starbucks, of course. Might possibly get more, I don't know. Madrid, here's Paris. Fogging right now, they're 28, 30 degrees. Paloma, India. Yeah. New York is like, or London to be honest, is 34. Yeah, I see. You know, Madrid had a pretty strong heat wave. But anyways, guys, anything else before I go? I hope everyone stays safe. Okay, gotta go. But I hope you guys stay safe. I just hope. Remember, just take care of yourself. Stay safe. You know that happening for days now, for weeks. It's okay to feel scared. We're not supposed. Oh wow, ABC. But anyways, bye guys.